Hello, welcome to next session of visual communication ideas, and today I'll be doing facelifting of a slide with a timeline of project stages. My name is Peter Zvirinski and I'm co-founder of Infodiagram, where we help people to create stunning graphical slides. So let's have a look at this slide. So I'll be showing you the redesign process of changing this text slide into something more visual. So in this flow timeline or flow chart of the stages of the project. And usually when I redesign a slide, I always try to follow these three steps. So firstly, to understand the content of my slide, because that will help me to choose the proper visualization form, then the slide redesign itself, and at the end some final design touches, so like a bit of beautification of the slide so it looks more attractive. So let's have a look at our source slide. Here we see the 5 items with bullet points. Looking at the content, we see that this is actually the kind of the timeline, or these items are in certain order, so they start from project start, they finish with project end. So we should use this information and show it graphically. For that one, it's good to remind that we have 3 basic types of diagrams, and diagrams are nice visual forms to use to represent information on a slide. So we can use either a list or represent structure, and in our case this is typical flow chart. So we have like items which are dependent one, like there is a certain order of them. So we can actually take this slide which I had here, this one, and just put it inside SmartArt. SmartArt is a nice tool which is present in PowerPoint here, so you can just insert it from here, choose one of the SmartArts, and because I already know this is the process or flow chart, so I chose one of these SmartArts, just copy the text inside my SmartArt. So if I go here, this is the text which I had already here. So that's one of the possible SmartArts. You can actually play, and so let me just switch here. Once you have SmartArt, you can change it. Go to SmartArt design. You can try if some other SmartArt will not look better. Or also, what is important is to realize what this graphics is showing us. Because, for example, this SmartArt is showing this project starts from the beginning, but still its work is continuing even after the second stage, the third one. So this is not a good representation of our content. However, maybe this one would work. You can see that some of SmartArts are not good when they adjust the text size to fit everything inside. So sometimes the text is too small, as here it's like barely readable. We could adjust it manually, but it's extra work. Anyway, so these are the options you have here. So if you have really little time, you just can take one of the SmartArts which fits you and take it as it is, or you can go and recolor it. If you have a color palette set to use different colors, then you can use this one, or just choose some combination of the colors, like for example this one. Sometimes some additional adjustments are needed. However, I would move on, because that's like the SmartArt is good for a part. If you have a few more minutes, it's good to work on this slide and create something more nicer, something less obvious that it's a SmartArt. So that's what we did here. So actually we took this idea of the SmartArt. So we have these points, and SmartArt is good to get this kind of prototyping, so it can serve as the initial inspiration. But then you can actually take these shapes and try to put them in different setups, so you can start designing a bit. So here actually we took the same steps, same text, just adjusted a bit for better readability, and we put here these elements, which is just I just added the shape. This is the pentagon shape. So we just added this shape and rotate it and adapt it a bit. This point at the end. So this way we created the background. So that background points to this main timeline, which is like just gentle, because it's quite light we don't want to focus too much on this one, because this is actually the main information is here in the text. So this timeline should be just kind of informational, like light information. So that's the this kind of basic rough slide design step which we finished here, and let's move to the final step. So let's add some final touches to make a slide more attractive. So what we could do here, we added colors for each sort of different stage to have different colors, just to make them more distinguishable. Another thing which you can do is to illustrate all the points with icons, so that supports better understanding of slides. So when you'll be speaking about certain stages here, people remember better that, for example, planning is related. So there is a planning icon, or execution, you have these gears. So using icon really can support your message. And if you really want to just put the final touch, you can put, for example, icon of a airplane, just maybe add even animation, but don't overdo it. Just one animation is enough, but it could be just kind of final touch point to get something more interesting. However, I would be careful with animations. So that's our final slide, and I hope you got inspired. If you want to learn more, get some more tips and resources, I invite you to visit our webpage, infodiagram.com, where you can find in blog several tips. There are resources you can get from us. If you sign up for a tutorial, for a free sample, you will get email tutorial from me with tips how to choose icons, how to organize things on a slide for better viewing.